What's up guys, this is Kane. This is actually my first sneaker review here on YouTube, and since this is the month of March and is also Nike's Air Max month, I figured why not do some reviews about Air Maxes. So today I'm bringing you guys this review of the Nike Air Max 1 Dynamic Berry. So anyone who's familiar with Nike would know that the Nike Air technology is probably their best-selling technology, period. They not only have Nike Air in the shoes, they actually have Nike Air backpacks. If you don't believe me, here, there's a picture. So in 1987, Nike released the first running shoes that had the Nike Air technology in it, and that was the Air Max 1, or at that time it was just called the Air Max. And this year, 2017, it marks the 30th anniversary of the Nike Air Max 1 running shoes, and it will only make sense for Nike to bring out some Air Max 1 heat. So in the past couple decades, Nike has released a ton of iterations of the original Nike Air Max 1, especially in the red and the blue colorways, both of which I will review in a later date. But what Nike has also done, especially in the past couple years, is that they completely messed up the shape of the Air Max 1. They brought it to a point where the shoe just kind of looks like a banana, if you will. Like here's a picture. So as you can see, the toe box kind of just like, it goes up, the mudguard goes up, and then just abruptly transitions into the toe box, which is just not a nice look. And also they changed the mudguard a little, you know, and the shoe was not pleasant to look at, especially for people who appreciate the OG shape of the Air Max 1. And that's kind of the reasons why I really held off buying a lot of the Air Max 1s in the past couple of years. So this year, Nike finally decided that they would release Air Max 1s in the golden era shape. It's something that a lot of the collectors have been asking for years. And this pair, the Dynamic Berries, is actually the first of the bunch, at least for this year. And as you can see, the shape is vastly improved. It's so much better than the banana shape that we just looked at just now. And you can see the toe box is really streamlined, it's really smooth. This kind of just, it's a slope instead of just like a box, if you will. Also, the mudguard is a lot higher, and the swoosh is almost parallel to the ground, if you will. And that really just kind of makes for a really good Air Max 1 shape. So for this shoe, the whole upper is made out of a decent suede material. It is long hair suede. The only reason why I said it's decent instead of great is because it doesn't have that quote-unquote buttery feel to the touch as some suede does. It is kind of like a dry suede, and it's not really a thick cut. The entire shoe is pretty much this quote-unquote dynamic berry color, and this kind of I'd say mustard yellow color for the rear, the swooshes, and the inner lining. And I think actually I really love this color blocking because I think it gives it really good balance between the front and the back of the shoe. The tongue is a white nylon tongue, but what's special about this tongue is that if you look at the Nike Air Max badge, it has this kind of a rainbow gradient inside it. I think it's really cool. And I think that brings me to the most unique aspect of this shoe, which is the insole. So if you look at the insole, it has 1987 written on it with the Nike Air on the back, and it's written in this very retro looking style color, and it just kind of makes the shoe complete for me. You know, these kind of details really tells the consumer and the collector, you know, hey, we really care about these and we wanted to make it special, so we're gonna just go the extra mile to, you know, make it special. And I appreciate that. They also come with a pair of white laces, which I actually think might look better than these laces. I can't decide. I think it's gonna look pretty good because of this white nylon tongue. But hey, choices. So these shoes will cost you $130, which I think is a perfectly fine price, especially for the quality and you know the kind of design that you're getting. What was kind of weird about this shoe though is that they didn't really have a set release date. It just kind of showed up on Nike.com. And then in the next couple of weeks, this small boutique started to get it, and I think it was more like a rollout style release, if you will. I think they're sold out on Nike.com right now, unfortunately. I was really lucky to get a pair in my size at my local Nike town. But I do believe that there are some places online that still have them. If I do find any of them, I'll make sure to put a link in the description box below. And if you don't see a link, I'm sorry. As for the fit, or the sizing, they actually fit slightly different than Air Max 1s from the past couple of years. So I think because of this new shape, it is slightly longer. So just for reference, I wear a size 8 in Jordan 1s, Easy 350 V2s, and also Ultra Boosts. When I went to Nike Town to try on a size 8, the width was fine, but the length was just, I was swimming in those in terms of length. It was like I had probably this much space. So I opted for a size 7.5. The width is ever so slightly snug, but I think I'll be able to get used to it, especially with the waist stretching out. But the length was perfect with a 7.5. So you might want to go down half a size unless you have really wide feet. But if anything, especially if you can find them in stores, trying on a pair, that's your best bet. And one last thing that I kind of want to mention about this shoe, it's kind of a con of the shoe, is the inner lining. So if you took a really close look at the inner lining, you'll see that it's not the smoothest or the most plush material you can find on a pair of shoes. And if I scratch it against my microphone, you'll see what I mean. So whenever I wear kind of no-show socks, I think this part of the shoe just kind of chafes my ankles / my foot ever so slightly. If you have, I guess, tougher feet, I think it should be fine. Or if you like to wear long socks, you should definitely be fine too. Anyways, so all in all, I'm really glad that Nike brought back the classic shape with a very, very reasonable price. The color is not for everyone. I do really, really love those. I mean, I like kind of the retro style looking stuff, and this is exactly what it is. Some people, they absolutely hate it, which I totally get. It's not really everyone's cup of tea. But yeah, let me know what you think of these. Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Or if you picked up a pair, let me know what you think when you get them in hand. So if you like the video, feel free to drop a thumbs up for me. And also if you like this kind of content that I'm making, feel free to subscribe as well. I make videos about sneakers, clothing, streetwear, fashion, technology, just kind of anything that really catches my eye. So yeah, enough my rambling. I'll see you in my next video. So until then, take it easy and peace. And the usual Air Max 1s that we've been getting used to in the past couple